Good morning, dear students. Before Dasara holidays, we were discussing about the lesson friction. We started that lesson and we studied about something, what is the importance of the friction we were studying about. In that, whether the friction is necessary all the time or it is not necessary every time. We cannot say like that, children. Friction is somewhat told as a necessary evil. Sometimes it is very necessary, sometimes it is not useful. So it has both the aspects like advantages and disadvantages. So today we are dealing with advantages and disadvantages of friction, and also if it is necessary in desirable conditions, how we can increase the friction, or in undesirable condition, if it is undesirable condition, how we can reduce the friction, that we are going to study. Children, today let us know about the good and bad or advantages and disadvantages of friction. Friction is necessary to walk, isn't it? Friction is required for walking. We used to slip on smooth surfaces because of low friction. It is a common experience when we walk on the smooth surfaces, or which is the filled with water, the surfaces we used to slip. The friction is required for writing on the blackboard. It is because both the blackboard and chalk are rough surfaces, so they will rub against each other. That creates the friction. So some of the particles will stick to the board and it gets writing. The cars on the road can move on the road properly if it needs a proper grip on the tire of the road. The tire should have a proper grip on the road, then only it can move properly on the road. The friction will be between the road and the car. In case if the friction was not there, but road and the tire, the car couldn't start, stop and can't even change the direction. The snowy roads are very slippery. You are seeing the snowy roads there. It is very slippery, isn't it, children? It is because there is less friction on these roads. If you try cycling on these roads, the tire may skid and the bicycle may skid and you may fall down. You may come across accidents. You might have observed, even in your bicycle, there is a brake pad fixed on the tire. When you apply brake, this brake applies force on the rim of the tire. By this, friction is created and bicycle stops. And when you strike a matchstick against a rough matchbox surface, it produces heat which is necessary for lighting the matchstick. So, friction is called a necessary evil. In some situations, we may have to increase the friction. How we can increase the friction then? If you observe the sole of your shoes, it is grooved, isn't it, children? It will have better grip on the floor so that it can move properly, safely on the road. Similarly, treaded tires you might have seen, there are some constrictions are there in that, grooves are there in that, so that they can have a better grip on the road. Gymnasts, kabaddi players rub their palms with the coarse substances like chalk powder to have a better grip, as it absorbs sweat and gives better grip on their hands. But friction are advantageous, but okay, they are advantageous, but always not advantageous. They are evil too. It wears out materials like the screws, soles of the shoes, and even parts of the machines. In machine, friction between the parts of the machines causes waste of energy. When friction is undesirable, we like to minimize it. How to decrease the friction then? We apply oil or grease, etc. between the moving parts of the machinery parts. Moving parts are there in the machines. We used to apply oil or grease. It is a common observation. It forms a layer on the parts of the machine parts such that the parts won't rub each other directly. This type of substances which reduces the friction are known as lubricants, which are used in the parts of the machines. We often use oil in the hinges of the door so that it can move smoothly without making noise, and also we used to apply oil into the pulley so that it can move smoothly while drawing water from the well. You observed, isn't it? If it is not oiled properly, periodically, the pulley will make sound and it is difficult to draw water from the well. So we used to apply oil on the pulley. Why do we sprinkle powder on the carom board? It is because it minimizes the friction between the striker and the board. The pieces also slide easily on the board when powder is sprinkled on the carom board. How we can reduce the friction fluid friction? It is achieved by giving suitable shape to the bodies which are moving in the fluid. Aeroplanes, jets have a streamlined shape. What is meant by streamlined shape, children? Streamlined just like the shape of the fish. The bodies like aeroplanes, jets, they are in the shape of the fish, so that boat shaped, so that they can move easily in the fluid, air or water. Fluid means air and water together, known as fluid. So in fluid also friction is necessary, isn't it? So aeroplanes and jets have the shape of a fish, or boats. Boats also you might have seen, children, isn't it? They have streamlined body structure so that they can move easily in water or in air in the case of aeroplanes, isn't it? So this is about the advantages and disadvantages, and also how we can minimize or decrease or increase the friction whenever necessary according to the situation. Children, let us know more about friction. Till now, we studied only the friction in the solid parts, solid substances. Does friction lies between solid substances only? Not necessarily. The friction is offered by air and water. This friction together referred to as fluid friction. Now the friction between solid parts is known as dry friction, and the friction between air and water is known as fluid friction. Why gases and water are known as fluids? It is because fluids have no fixed shape, children. It is because the fluids have no fixed shape and fluids can be easily deformed. Let us now discuss about fluid friction. Just like solids, fluids exert frictional force when bodies move through them. Do you know air offers resistance? When a stone from a particular height is dropped into the ground, here the air offers resistance. You can observe, children, air is offering resistance. Then what about water? When the fish swim in water, they encounter fluid resistance from the water. That is nothing but frictional force, that is fluid friction. Fluid friction is referred to as a drag sometimes. A drag is fluid friction. On which are the factors fluid friction depends upon? The first factor we can say that is nature of the fluid. An object moves from A to B in air and the same object travels from A to B in water. Which object do you think experiences more friction? Obviously it is object in water, isn't it? Yes, more frictions, more will be more thickness, more friction. This factor, fluid's resistance to flow, is known as viscosity. Higher the viscosity, more friction will be experienced. For example, honey. Honey is more viscous than water. It is thicker. Honey is thicker than water. So it experiences more friction because honey is thicker and offers more friction. Another factor is the speed of the object. Higher the speed of the body moving through fluid, higher will be the fluid friction. Consider a vehicle traveling 100 miles per hour will have more drag than that of vehicle with speed 50 miles per hour, children. You can observe here, more the speed, more will be the drag. Drag means here fluid friction. Another factor, the fluid friction depends on, that also is there, that is the shape of the object. Have you ever thought why aeroplane have that particular shape? And also a fish, a bird and a boat having one particular shape? This type of shape is known as streamlining. This particular streamlining shape reduces the fluid friction so that the objects can easily move through the fluids. So this friction, that is this shape, is known as a streamlining, or the bodies which are having streamlining are known as streamlined bodies, which enables the objects to move comfortably, easily through fluids. A car offers less friction from air as it has a greater streamlined shape. On the other hand, a bus offers more friction as it doesn't have streamlining. You can observe, children, here. A car offers less friction. It can move easily. Why? From air. I am talking about the resistance from the air, that is friction from the air, as it has streamlined shape, more streamlined shape. On the other hand, you can consider a bus, but a bus is not having the streamlined shape. It is like a rectangle shape, offers more friction as it doesn't have streamlining shape. So here we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you all understood the lesson. Children, let us have a recap of the lesson friction. Friction opposes the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. It acts on both the surfaces. Whenever two surfaces are in contact with each other, there will be the friction. It acts on both the surfaces. That friction opposes the relative motion between the two surfaces. Next, the second point. Friction depends on the nature of the surfaces in contact. What is the nature of the surface? Whether it is a smooth surface or rough surface, it depends upon that. For a given, third point, you see, children, for a given pair of surfaces, friction depends upon the state of smoothness of those surfaces. Yes, how much smooth the surface is, that depends upon there. Next, fourth point, friction depends on how hard the two surfaces press together. That is also important. How hard two surfaces are pressing together, friction depends on that factor also. Static friction comes into play when we try to move an object at rest. Static friction means which is stationary. When the object is at rest, we are trying to move it, and then we say that static friction is there. And another type of friction is there. Next point in that, sliding friction. Sliding friction comes into play when an object is sliding on the other, sliding over another object. Sliding friction, static friction. Static friction comes into play when the object is at rest. Sliding friction comes into play when an object sliding over the other object. Next point, sliding friction comes into play and it is smaller than the static friction. Always sliding friction will be smaller than the static friction. And next point, friction is important for many of our activities. We are walking, children, on the road, on the floor, on the ground. We can walk because of the friction. Otherwise, we couldn't have walked, isn't it? And we are rolling the ball and it is stopping there. And the car is moving on the road. That is because of the friction. Friction can be increased by making a surface rough. How we can increase the friction? We can increase the friction by making the surface rough. When we are writing on the blackboard using chalk, we can write because both the surfaces are rough. Recall that point, children? Yes. So, by making it rough, the surface is rough, we can increase the friction. And the sole of the shoes, the bottom portion of the shoes and the tires of the vehicle are grooved, children. Constrictions, that is the breakings will be there on its outermost part. That is known as treadings. That is treaded to increase the friction. To increase the friction, they are treaded. That is grooved. Friction is sometimes undesirable. Sometimes we don't need the friction. Friction can be, then how we can reduce the friction? Friction can be reduced by using lubricants. Lubricants are most of the times applied to the machinery parts, children, so that the parts move easily, move smoothly over each other. We are using lubricants. That may be grease, oil, etc. Those are known as lubricants. When one body rolls over another body, rolling friction comes into play. When one body rolls over the other, rolling friction will be there. Rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction again. Rolling friction again is smaller than the sliding friction, children. Sliding friction is smaller than the static friction. Next point, in many machines, friction is reduced by using ball bearings. In many of the machines, one round shaped, the parts are used, small parts, those are known as ball bearings. Those are used to minimize the friction. Fluid friction can be minimized by giving suitable shapes to bodies moving in fluids. Fluids, as you know, those are gases and water are known as fluids. That can be the fluid friction can be minimized by giving suitable shape. Which shape we are giving, children? Just now we studied, that is streamlining shape or streamlined bodies. We have to make them streamlined bodies like fish, boat, shape of the boat, shape of the aeroplane. Those are all streamlined bodies so that we can minimize the friction and the giving easy the movement in the fluid. So these are the important points in the lesson friction. Here we complete this lesson. I hope all of you understood the concepts discussed. Thank you. After listening to this lesson, shall we have a fun? This is a science fun. Here is a riddle for you. In some situations, I oppose the motion. In other situations, I facilitate the motion. But I always oppose the relative motion between two moving objects or two moving surfaces. Put some lubricant and I become small there. Make the moving surface rough. I make the movement tough. I may be static, sliding or rolling. But whenever two surfaces are in motion, I am always there. Tell me who I am. This is a riddle for you, children. After listening to this lesson, you might be knowing. Riddle to be solved, you have to tell the answer for this. Wagatu, isn't it? This is a science fun. It is a science riddle, children. Let us try to solve here. What may be the answer? In some situations, I oppose the motion. Yes. In other situations, I facilitate the motion. We can understand that is even facilitating and opposing motion. Always oppose relative motion between two moving surfaces. But when put some lubricants, oil or grease, lubricants we studied, I became small there. Make the moving surface rough. I make the movement tough. It will be made tough when the surface is made rough. It may be present in the form of static, sliding and rolling. But whenever two surfaces are in motion, I am there. Who am I then? Nanu yaru. What may be the answer, children? It is obviously friction, isn't it? Frictional force. Here, all the characteristics of friction are summarized in this riddle. So, who am I? I am frictional force. Enjoyed, no, this riddle? Yes. Next, let us move on to the exercise. Okay, children? In this frictional force lesson, let us move on to the exercises. In that first main, fill in the blanks. Friction opposes the dash between the surfaces in contact with each other. Here it is motion. Correct, no? Friction opposes the motion. Yes. In that riddle also we come across. Friction depends on the second one, you see. Friction depends upon the dash of the surfaces. Nature of the surfaces. Whether it is smooth or rough. So it depends on nature of the surfaces. Third one, you see, children. Friction produces dash. When two palms are rubbed against each other, it produces what? It produces heat. So answer is heat. The third one, C, answer is heat. Friction produces heat. D, sprinkling of powder on the carom board. Dash friction. Whether it reduces or increases. Why we are sprinkling powder on the carom board? So that the coins and striker slide on the board easily. So we are using powder on the carom board. So what is the answer then? Sprinkling of powder on the carom board reduces the friction, children. So it is reduces the friction. Next, E. Sliding friction is dash than the static friction. We come across three types of friction, isn't it? Sliding friction, static friction and rolling friction. In the points to remember, I explained you static friction, sliding friction always smaller than static friction. So static friction is more. Sliding friction is smaller. So what is the answer? Sliding friction is smaller than the static friction. Correct, no? Answer for E is smaller. Understanding, no? Next. Second one. 4 children were asked to arrange the forces due to rolling, static and sliding frictions in a decreasing order. You have to arrange them in the decreasing order. Their arrangements are given below. Choose the correct arrangement there. 4 options are given, children. See there. Always what? Sliding friction is smaller than the static friction. Isn't it? And one more is that so what is the answer there? Sliding friction is smaller than the static. So sliding is smaller. Then which one comes? Rolling, isn't it, children? Rolling friction is smaller than sliding friction. So what happened now? Decreasing order means what? Big to small, larger to smaller. So larger one is static friction, sliding friction and then rolling friction, because rolling friction is smaller than the sliding friction. But sliding friction is smaller than the static friction. So the answer is this one. This is the decreasing order. So static comes first. The more friction, next little smaller friction, next one little still more smaller friction is seen. So C is the option answer for that. Okay. Next let us move on to third one, children. Third one here. Alida runs her toy car on dry marble floor, wet marble floor, newspaper and towel spread on the floor. The force of the friction acting on the car on different surfaces in increasing order will be in increasing order here. Increasing means what? Here smaller will be first. Next still small, that is smaller one, little bigger one. Small to big, increasing order. So here they talked about the force of friction. Frictional force will be smallest for which one, children? That is a wet marble floor. Wet marble floor will be, friction will be almost very less. Next comes dry marble floor. We can walk properly. Newspaper. Newspaper little difficult to roll the car. That is run the car. And next towel. Towel is still more tougher to run the car there. So in the increasing order, so friction will be more and more as we move towards right. Wet marble floor, dry marble floor, newspaper and towel. So here the answer is option A. Understood, no? Yes. Next, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th I'll send through PDF. Okay. The answers for 6th, that is 4th to 10th will be in the PDF. I'll send, okay. Write these in your notebook clearly with heading and date.